Hello friends, this is Dr. Saurabh Patwardhan from Nandadeep Eye Hospital FECO Training Center, and in this video I'll be speaking about a case of post-traumatic cataract where there is a ruptured anterior capsule. I'm going to focus on the low IOP maneuvers which I am going to do, and the pull release technique of IOL insertion, which is very important in such cases where the anterior capsule is ruptured. So let's have a look. So this is a case, 1-month-old trauma. It was a self-sealed corneal perforation, and you can see now the lens has opacified, so patient came for surgery. And I'm going to give a temporal incision here, and you can see it's a scleral incision. This gives me ease of conversion to small incision cataract surgery in case this rupture has already gone to posterior capsule. I'm going to use Hylucoat here to protect the endothelium, and then I'm going to start the capsulorhexis. Now after doing nice staining of the anterior capsule with trypan blue, you can easily make out there is a radial tear where there was a thorn injury, so the capsule has ruptured and gone into the periphery. We are not sure whether it has gone to posterior capsule or not, so for that I'm going to use the low IOP phaco. So I need a good capsular opening here. Very gentle hydrodissection. I do it very minimally because I don't want this anterior capsule tear to go posteriorly if I do excessive hydrodissection. And I'm going to use low IOP here, just 50 centimeter of IOP or bottle height, and I'm going to use linear Ozil, and you can see how anterior chamber is maintained. I'm never going to push this nucleus over the posterior capsule, just lateral separation. So we can do nice trench divide even in such cases, but only thing you need to have a good control on your phaco probe and your hands. So this is just a very soft cataract, though the patient is almost 65-year-old. This is post-traumatic and there is hardly any nuclear sclerosis. So what I'm going to do is just do aspiration of this soft cataract all around with bevel down. If you are not very comfortable with this technique, you can also use IA cannula or coaxial IA cannula to remove this soft cataract. But I have very good control on the phaco probe, and I'm using only vacuum here, no phaco. I'm just aspirating with bevel down and taking out the pieces. 60 centimeter of IOP again, and 250 vacuum Venturi mode is there, and I'm going to take out as much of epinucleus as possible. And then whenever I'm going to take out the irrigation, I'm going to inject viscoelastic. I would advise all surgeons to try this in your regular cases, so you are well versed with the maneuver. And just look at this again. Whenever I inserted any probe, whether it is phaco or IA probe, there was no deepening of anterior chamber. That's because I am going to maintain low IOP. Here it is 70 centimeters. So for phaco I use around 60 centimeters, for cortex aspiration around 70 centimeters, and the vacuum which is keeping the anterior chamber stable for this IOP. So here the vacuum is 300. In normal cases I might use 90 to 100 centimeter bottle height with 350 to 380 vacuum, but here I have reduced it. Because of that early gentle hydrodissection, you can see how I can easily take out all the cortex. There is no cortex which is stuck to the capsule, and in the area which is ruptured, I am going to go to that area last. And the staining helps here because I want to differentiate between the capsule and the cortex here, and staining definitely helps in doing that because of the low IOP phaco. And you can see how beautifully I maintained the anterior chamber, never deepened it, never allowed it to shallow, and that's the key behind this surgery. I have enlarged this incision for injecting the 3-piece IOL, which I already pre-planned through the larger incision. And as you can see, I rotated the cartridge, so the leading haptic should always go to the left side. I'm using Sinskey because I don't want this IOL to go in the back first. I want it to open in the anterior chamber because I don't want any push on the posterior capsule that might increase this tear. I want to show a beautiful technique, I call it pull release technique, where I'm going to pull this haptic in the center and just release it into the bag. So IOL haptics are placed in the bag without dialing of the IOL, which is very important in such cases where there is a torn capsule, because the dialing itself might increase the tear. When the IOL is in the bag and you dial it, then sometimes it might just tear open. So this pull release technique is very important in such cases. So beautifully centered IOL, very good outcome, and these are the nice tricks to have while approaching these cases. For more such videos, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and also visit our website phacotraining.org.in. Thank you.